Good morning, good to see you. For today's class, we are going to use a foam roller at one point, a Pilates ball that is deflated a little, little weights anywhere between 2 to 3 pounds, an ankle band, and if you have two different resistance, I would put the medium resistance next to you. So for me, I mean, the colors don't really mean anything. Every band company is different, but I have a green and a yellow. The yellow is the lightest. The green is a little bit more resistant. So if you do have it, you might have the choice to play with that. And then lastly is a strap that is already buckled up, okay? And I would say maybe twice the width of your shoulders, give or take. We're gonna get started with the strap, just a light massage. Make sure that the tail is facing your body and the buckle is away from your knees. Pilates ball close to you. And before we will get settled into this, while you get organized here, my goal today will be to introduce the body, not just to the stability, but also to a mobility function, and also approaching different layers of the tissue, okay? So if we use a different amount of resistance, that's gonna target certain parts of the tissue. If we move a little slower, it's gonna affect it differently. If we move a little faster, it affects it in a different way. All of those doesn't mean it's better or worse, it just means that it's different. And we want to create a sense of awareness in the nerve system, okay? So if we only do a certain movement, your body becomes smart just doing that. And then when you try to do something else, it becomes like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. It doesn't feel good. So when that happens, and you will feel some of that, try to breathe through it and see how your body responds. And then see how your body responds this evening or tomorrow. Because if you survived it, all you're doing is stressing the tissue in a good way. This is really important because the nerve system has a wonderful way to distract us from doing things that are overly challenging, but that doesn't mean it's bad for you. You know, if you understand that principle, it will allow you to be really courageous and to go beyond the boundary to create strength. So as I always say, tease it a little. If you can sustain it, stay, and then back off. So, Pilates ball close by you, your strap, the tail is gonna face my body. We're gonna lay on the back and take the strap behind your knees. And then hook your thumbs under the strap. Keep your sacrum grounded for now. And then we're just gonna play like a little seesaw. You're gonna take your arms over your head, your glutes will come off the floor. And then lower down, bring your hands a little bit forward. And pull back, breathe and lengthen your sit bones, relax your shoulders down. And then slowly bring your arms forward. And then pull your arms over your head. Your glutes will come off the floor like you're coming into a little ball. Breathe and lengthen your sit bones forward. And then slowly come forward with your arms. Do that 2 more times. Lift and hold. You can even wiggle your hips. No wiggle, but just shift your hips to the right and to the left. Just awakening the body here a little bit. And then bring your arms forward. 1 more time. Arms over your head. Your glutes are coming off the floor, but lengthen your hips forward. Breathing here. Your thumbs are close to each other. And then slowly bring it forward. Now, for most of you that have a buckle, make the buckle, pull the tail a little bit closer to you and take the strap over your left shoulder. That's where your Pilates ball is going to be on your right side. Inhale. And I exhale, drop your hips over to the right. The ball is under your legs. Breathe in here. Breathe into the lateral side, the left side of your body. Your knees are to the right, under or over the ball. And I use your breath. Can you lengthen your hips? Pull your hips away from your rib cage. Energize your left shoulder. Wiggle your ankles a little bit. Keep lengthening your hips away from your rib cage. So you elongating your waistline and also those QL muscles, the muscles between your back ribs and the back of your hip. And then bend and straighten or walk your feet forward and back a little. It's very little. You're still on the ball. Stay on the ball. You're just straightening your legs a little and then bend, but don't leave your ball. Don't leave your ball. You're just rocking forward and back, little. Good. Slowly, slowly power your core. Come all the way up. Hook your thumbs again next to each other and then seesaw, arms over your head, your glutes come off, and then your arms come forward. Up and over, arms, stretch it out. And forward. Good. Take your backpack, your arm, your strap over the right shoulder. Take the ball over to the left. Inhale and exhale. Lengthen those hips as you travel to the left. Adjust your strap if you need to. One side usually is a little different. Breathe in and breathe out. Lengthen those hips away from your rib cage. Energize the right shoulder. Relax your jawline. Visualize a cylinder around your midsection between your hips and your ribs. You're trying to elongate that section. And then just keep your legs on the knees on the ball. Straighten your legs a little and then bend. Lengthen a little bit and then bend. Your knees are not straight all the way. Straighten a little and bend. 3 more times. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Last time, straighten and bend. Power your core, slowly come up. Release the strap and now take the strap under your feet, over the balls of your feet. Your elbows are straight and now bend and straighten one leg at a time. Keep your sacrum now on the floor. Bend and straighten one time. Decide if you're going a little slow, a little faster. Micro bending your knees. Good. Drop your left leg down to the floor. Take the strap to your right hand. Elbow is straight and then open your leg. From the inner glute and the inner groin, there's an energy, an arrow going out to your heel. And then lift it up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, straighten, push it to the right. Lift up a little adduction, just a little up, and then lower. Quad muscles are active. For some of you, the ball goes under your thigh. Slowly come upright. Just for a moment, take your leg, keep your hands as they are, just take your leg over to the left. Lengthen the right sit bone forward. And then come center, change your legs. The strap is over the ball of your foot. Take the strap to your left hand. Elbow is straight. And then open to the left. From the inner glute, inner groin, you're pulling an arrow to your heel. As if someone is disconnecting your thigh from your hip joint. And then slowly come halfway, just a little up, and then stretch it out. Again, up, inhale, stretch it out. Slowly come upright, release your strap and let it go. Very nice. Take the ball under your sacrum, your Pilates ball under your sacrum. Wiggle your hips a little bit so you get settled. Walk your shoulders up so your spine is nice and long, hands alongside your body. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, and I visualize you have ankle weights. Lift your left leg slow to 90 degrees. Your shin is parallel to the floor. Press the ball with your sacrum. Breathe in here. Lift your your right hand up. Plug the arm into the socket. Everything is active. Press your right foot to the floor. Feel your glutes coming on. And with that power, lift your right leg up as well. Squeeze your inner thighs, your knees together, spread your toes. Gaze up to the ceiling, lift your left hand up. Breathe in here. If this is easy, close your eyes and visualize you in a circus on a very thin rope. You're staying exactly on that rope without moving. This is how controlled you are. Breathe here. Inhale. On the next breath, extend your left leg out any amount. Your quad muscles are active. Take your right arm over your head. Keep breathing. Plug the arm in. Squeeze your inner thighs. Allow your ankles and your knees and your hips to be aligned together. Toes are active. Spread those toes. With your next breath, come all the way up to the center. Inhale. Maybe your eyes are closed. Exhale through molasses. Push your right leg out. Extend your left arm over your head. Press that sacrum down. Breathe. For 3. Breathe 2. Breathe 1. Slowly come up. Lower your palms down to the floor. Lower your feet down to the floor. Wiggle your hips. Adjust your ball if you need to. This time, maybe you start with your eyes closed if that was super easy for you. Remember, your legs are loaded, they're toned, they're resisting. Inhale, right leg comes up. Pull like you're pulling a band. Lift your left hand. Plug the arm in. Press your left foot down to the floor. Lift your left leg up. Maybe your eyes are closed the whole time. Press your sacrum. Lift your right hand up. Remember, always tease yourself. Plug the arms in. Press the sacrum. Spread your toes. Inhale. Ooh, exhale. Push the right leg out. Quad muscles are active. Extend your left hand over your head. Breathe in here. Inhale, come center. Exhale, left leg out, right arm over your head. Keep breathing. Your front lower ribs doing a little crunch. Press your sacrum down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your arms, lift your legs. Maybe your eyes still closed. Take your palms down to the floor. Lower your feet down. Shake your hips side to side. Good. Slowly come up. And now your ball, if you have a shirt that is going to move, lift your shirt up and then put the ball right under your, you're not sitting on the ball, but it's going all the way to your tailbone as best as you can. Find your little weights and your band close by you, okay? Okay, this is one example where you're gonna have to tolerate and feel what you feel. Take your weights in front of you, shoulders depressed, press your feet and claw the mat with your toes. Now, slowly go halfway, your front lower ribs are active and they're down, and then push all the way forward, use your core strength. And then slowly lower. Stay centered. Push with your core strength. Squeeze. Widen your collarbones. Lower. Breathe. Hollow your belly. There's a C curve the whole time. With your core, push, come up. Your weights are just there, but you're not using your weights. Straight elbows, inhale. Take it back, C curve, C curve, C curve. Breathe in here. With your core strength, lift your body up. Everyone should feel core. C curve, lower, slow. Breathe here. With your core, push and come up. Okay, 2 more. Inhale, C curve. Exhale, lift. 1 more. Inhale, C curve. Exhale, core, lifting you up. Bring your weights towards one another, like so. Breathe here. And now bend the right elbow and left elbow to the right. Push up and go back. Push with your core, bend the elbows to the left. Come back center, take it back, C curve. Inhale, lift with your core. Bend it to the right. Lift your chest. Center, C curve. Lift and bend to the left. Slowly come upright and release. Good. Take a little break, shoulder rolls. Cross your legs for a moment. Take your middle finger towards one another, okay, just an index finger. And I just rinse your upper body to the right, to the left. Not your low back, but from your thoracic spine. We try to unglue that stagnant energy in that midsection. So just your rib cage. And it might start little in the beginning. Use long breath, long breath. Pull the elbow as far back. Notice which one has better range of motion. Good, slowly release, shoulder rolls. Okay, now your band is gonna go over the balls of your feet. The ball is gonna go about midsection, again, the lower of your ribs. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. Take your hands behind your head and elbows are in. resist your head to your hands. Inhale. Exhale, lift your right leg up and look at your foot. You're gonna be shaky, I can tell you that right now. You're pressing with the top of your foot. You're using your core and your quad muscles. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Lower your right leg down. Inhale. Lift your left leg. Look at your foot. Align it with your knee. For me, my left toes want to go in. Lift your chest. Lift and resist your head to your hands. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Use your core, right leg. Lift your chest more. Woo! Lower. Left leg lifted up. 4. Lift your chest. 2, 1. Just one more set. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your right. Lift your chest. Resist your head to your hands. And lower. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Left. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Oh my gosh. All right. Release all of that. Oh, that was nasty. A little nasty. All right. So, your ball goes under your waistline. I'm on the left side of the body. Take the band still over your ankles this time. You're extending your left arm and you're resting your head down on the floor. We're going to use the obliques. Inhale. As you lift up, you're going to pull and lift your right leg and lift your thoracic spine off the floor. Maybe your hand goes alongside your body. Okay? Yeah. Use those oblique muscles. Pull, 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 and then lower down and you're lazy on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, pull and lift. Again, use those oblique muscles. Depress the shoulders, lift your chest up. Slowly lower. Inhale. Exhale, lift and hold. Lift more than you think you can, because that's where you grow. For 2, and 1, lower down and rest. Inhale. Exhale, lift and hold. 4, 3, lift a little more. Use those obliques, lift your chest. 2, 1, and lower. Woo! Okay, last one. Inhale. Exhale, use your obliques before you come up. Lift and hold. Can you feel those obliques working? Put your finger there. Are they active? Are they working? Yes? Yes? Okay. Lift a little bit more. Lift your chest for 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oi, oi, oi. All right. Slowly come up. This is where you, if you have a second band that is a little tighter, okay, you can put it above your knees. And if you only have your light one, use that above your knees. No matter what, you're using your own strength, your own engagement. So the band is just there to remind us, really, the goal is for you to use your own engagement. You can make a pillow with your hand and you're on your elbow. You can actually still put the ball under your hips. Yeah, so that way your core is still active. Here is the movement. Your feet together, your knees together. And now you're gonna pull your knees apart. Keep breathing. Pull, pull, pull. And now you're gonna lift your right foot off and bring your knees together like you're squeezing a ball. And then feet together. Inhale.
Front lower ribs are down. Lift, 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 lift. Use your own strength here. Pull, 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 pull. Now lift your foot off the floor. Your knees are parallel. Now only the knees are kissing together. Your heel is up. Squeeze those inner thighs. And then bring your feet together. Good. Inhale, lift and hold. Lift your foot. Core is active. Keep your foot up, knees come towards one another. Squeeze slow. And then bring your feet together. Good. Inhale. Open, 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 open. Squeeze and hold. You're using your own strength. Imagine you have a really, really tight band there. You're pulling it. And now you have another band in your ankles. You're pulling that band. Pull, breathe. Keep your foot up, knees towards one another. Squeeze it in. And pull it down. Excellent. Inhale. Knees up. Stay here. Squeeze it down, but don't touch. Like you have a ball, you're using your adductors. Lift it up, abduction here. Squeeze it in. Lift it up. Squeeze it in. Lift it up. Squeeze it in. Lift it up. And this time take your leg behind you, your top leg. Extend your bottom leg, your foot is off the floor. We're gonna use those adductor muscles. Lift up, lower, don't touch. Lift up and hold. Pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, little, 2, 1, and lower. Now, the body is keeping you honest because you wanna, I almost fell backwards, so core. Inhale once again, lift and hold. Lower, don't touch. Lift and hold. Lower, don't touch. Lift and hold. Lower, don't touch. Use your other, close your eyes. Think of those inner thigh muscles squeezing up. Hold it here, pause for 8, little, 7, little. Don't be careless here, and lower. Don't be sloppy. Lower. And 6, lower. And 5, lower. And 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly release it. Take a little rest. All right. Coming into your left forearm. Just watch for a second. We're going to use those glute maximus. We need those for walking. They're very important. Okay, so the left forearm comes down to the floor. Your right hand is on. Some bend in the right knee. Look under your belly. Left knee under your hip. And extend your top right leg out. You're gazing forward and I'm pushing the floor with my chest. Lift up. Cross behind you. Lift up and lower. Notice how my left hip wants to sway. Keep it to the midline, chest forward. Lift up. Cross it over. Lift up and lower. I will emphasize again and again. Notice if your low back is taking over, that means you didn't engage your glutes enough and your front lower ribs are collapsing to the floor. Put them into your midst, to your spine, okay? So here we go. Left forearm down, right hand look under your belly. Lift your chest, core is active. Lift your right leg, hold. Is your low back wide? That's your checkpoint. Cross it over to the left. Lift it up, lower. Lift and hold. Cross. Lift it up and lower. Lift and hold. Cross. Lift it up and lower. 2 more. Lift and hold. Cross it over. Core active. Chest is lifted. Lift. Lower. Last one. Lift and hold. Stay here. Pause for 8. Slow pulse. 7. 6. Core active. 5. Ooh. 4. Ay, ay, ay. 3. 2. 1. Cross it over and lift up and cross. Lift up, cross. 4. Lower cross. 3. Lower cross. 2. And 1. Slowly release it. Come and sit. Shoulder rolls. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Before we go to the other side, we'll get distracted a little. You keep your bands, and then we have a ball right between the knees and the weights. Okay? So it's gonna look like this. This is wonderful for the mobility of the knees and overall body, of course. So I want you to, for a moment, you are shining aromatherapy oil around your knee joints. Weights are in your hands. You're gonna lift with your glutes, do a little bicep. You have, imagine 15 pounds in your hands, and then lower down, sit on your heels, chest forward, triceps, pull, shoulders are wide, collarbone wide. Slowly come forward, lift your glutes off your heels, turn your palms up, slow, squeeze, lower down, sit evenly, chest forward, triceps. Bring it in, glutes active, squeeze your inner thighs, find your weights. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Use your own strength, lower down with resistance. Sit all the way back. Triceps back there, shoulders widen your collarbones. For 3, hollow your belly. 2 and 1, push, come up. Biceps, squeeze it in, glutes are active. Lower halfway, we're staying here. Biceps, squeeze. Lower halfway. Bicep squeeze. Lower halfway. Take your palms alongside your body. Lift your palms up to shoulder height. Look at your wrist, align them with your shoulder. Bring your palms forward and lower down to your hips. Lift and hold, squeeze those glutes, squeeze the ball. Forward, lower. If that's hard, do one hand at a time. Lift, plug the arms in, squeeze in, keep your body steady. Lower. Turn your palms the other way now, up to the ceiling. Lift up, together. Ooh, awkward, lower. Open to the right, lift. Forward, lower. Open to the right and left. Together, squeeze, lower. Last one, open, together, and lower. Now, lift your palms. You're not gonna see me, but lift your palms straight up to the top of the tree. Your elbows are straight the whole time. Lift your arms a little higher. You're elevating your shoulder blades and then depress the shoulder blades down. Elbows straight the whole time. Lift and hold. Depress the shoulders. Lift and hold. Lift, make your spine tall, tall, tall. Depress the shoulders down, elbows straight. Lift and hold. lower, lift and hold, lower and rest. Ah, okay. Woo! Take the ball, other side. So we're gonna do our obliques, get rid of this little band here. If you had the strong one, put your light one over your ankles. Take the ball under your waistline. Right hand is straight. Rest your head down to the floor. Left hand on top of your left thigh. Knees together, inhale. On the exhale, look and think your obliques muscles lifting you up, pull that leg. Pull a little higher, lift your chest a little more. Can you do that and stay calm? And when you feel challenged, shine your light and then hug your muscles. Pull that ankle a little higher. Lift your chest a little more. Slowly lower down, stay lazy here. Inhale. Exhale from the obliques, lift up at once. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lift a little higher. Lift your chest for 2. 1, lower and rest. Inhale. Exhale, obliques lifted up. Lift your chest a little more. Lift the ankle a little more. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2. Resist, resist. I want to see you shaking. And lower, rest. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lift and hold. Lift, lift, lift. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I don't think we did it on the other side, and I would be all wobbly. I'm just kidding. Okay, release it and rest. Breathe, roll over, stick your tushy in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, if you want to use, this band goes above your knee. Choose if you want to use a more resistant one if you have, or maybe 2 light ones. If you have the same ones, you can put 2 of them above your knee. Okay, the ball goes still under your ribs. You're making a pillow with your elbow. Your core is active, front lower ribs down. Inhale. And now just the knee, pull it up. Notice how this side could be totally different. Honor that and breathe into that. Pull. Slowly. Sorry, no. Don't lift up your ankle. Lift, 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 lift. Notice how the dynamic changes. Spread your toes. Foot stays up, knees. Squeeze like you're squeezing a ball. Slowly. Drop your foot down. Inhale. Exhale, lift your knee. Maybe you close your eyes and feel. Pull more than you think you can. Lift your ankle, pull. Knees towards one another, slow like you're squeezing a ball. Bring your feet together. Inhale, front lower ribs down. Exhale, pull. Hold it here, hold, hold, hold. Give your nerve system a chance to connect to that tissue, to communicate back to your brain. And you say, I really want to activate these fibers. And now lift up your ankle. Breathe here. Knees towards one another. Feet together. Breathe here. Inhale. Lift your knee up. And lower like you have a ball between your thighs. Squeeze and hold. Lower. Squeeze and hold. Notice how it's starting to marinate and lower. Squeeze and hold it here, go for 8, 7, little, 6, pull, 5, whew, 4, 3, 2, pull more than you think you should, because if you go where it's comfortable, your body already knows that. Okay, let's do 3 more, but really go push the envelope, push it out, and lower little, push it out, lower little, push it out, maximum, and I take that leg behind you. Okay, extend your bottom leg. The left glute is active. Lift your right foot and lift it up and lower. Your core is active. Lift and hold. Lower, don't touch. Lift and hold. Lower, don't touch. Lift and hold. Hold it here. Pulse little. 8. Lower little. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. Lower, don't touch the floor. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Find your maximum. Pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it and rest. Stick your tushy in and out. Okay, guys. One more. We have one more leg. We have to go to the left leg now. So your right forearm on the floor. Left hand down, micro bend in your left elbow. Right knee under your hip, look under. Extend your left leg. Before you go anywhere, lift your chest and draw the right hip back into the midline. Keep that chest forward, core active. Lift your left leg. Your low back is quiet. Your toes are not turning out, they're down. And across your left leg to the right. Lift up to the midline and lower down. Lift and hold. Cross it. Lift from that cross to the midline and lower. Lift, cross. Lift and lower. Right hip back and in. Lift and hold. Core active. Cross it. Lift. Lower. Lift and hold. Cross. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lift your chest. Cross. Lift. Lower. Lift and hold. Cross. Stay here. Pose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, glutes. 1, come center, lift it up. 8, little. 7, core active. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it and rest. Oh, sit on your hips. Ooh. Good job, everyone. Keep your right hand down. Take your left hand behind your head and I just stretch it out. Take your left ribs to the left. Lift your chest up though. Don't do it from your neck, but do it from your rib cage. Lift your spine tall. Can you visualize the space between your ribs, your lats, the obliques? Now, notice if you're shallow breathing, Deep breath helps with the posture. Every time you're breathing, visualize that you're poking that tissue, like there's a balloon inside of your rib cage. Now, rather than go further down, lift your chest up, and then from the thoracic spine, a little rotation. Slowly come back and release. Right hand behind you, left fingertips or left hand out. Inhale, lift your chest up. Notice those front ribs want to flare out. Keep them a little quiet down. Inhale. And now exhale, shift the right ribcage to the wall on your right. Breathe in there, lift your chest up. Lift your spine a little taller. And now draw those right ribs to the right a little more. Slowly release and come back. Shoulder rolls, please. Okay. If this is too much for you to sit like that on your heels, you can take the tennis ball between your legs and sit like so. It might give you a little more comfort. We won't be here for long. So now find your weights, cross your arms. And then bend the elbow, cactus. Change your arms. Pull. Change your arms. Pull. Change your arms. Pull. Change your arms. Listen. Top hand goes diagonal and then cross it to that little bent elbow. Diagonal and then pull. Lift your elbow, Cindy. Lift your elbow to align with your shoulder, yes. And then pull. Can we keep the head, the nose in the center? And then pull it back. And straighten. Pull it back. Push like you're doing a little punch. And pull it back. Slowly release it, change your arms. Lift your arm diagonal, keep your body centered, elbow bends, pull back. Diagonal push, pull it back. Elbow is lifted, push forward, diagonal I mean, and pull it back. Diagonal, and push it back. Slowly lower, a few shoulder rolls. Bend your elbows, bring your chest a little forward, the front lower ribs are in. And now one hand at a time, right arm goes up and back, triceps, bend the elbow, left, widen your collarbones. Bend, right, bend, left, bend, together, push, bring them in, right arm, and bend, left, bend, together, push, in, right arm, push, bend, left. I notice I'm very flappy in my triceps, so I'm being selfish here, both together, and in, okay, right, stay here, pause for 8, 7, little, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend it, left, pause, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Yay. Okay, shoulder rolls, we are done with all of that. Okay, again, finger, middle finger and index finger, and just you can do that standing up. Again, that rotation, remember from your rib cage, not from your low back. Push, push, pull. The elbow that goes back, pull it further back. Don't go through the motion. Pull, pull, pull. Wonderful work for mobility along the collarbones, along the scapula and the rib cage. And release it. Excellent. All right, let's get rid of all those toys. You're gonna find your little foam roller here. Just watch first. This is gonna target all the attachments. Okay, so you're gonna feel quite a bit around the tendons. Okay, so you'll have to modify or shorten the range of motion if it feels too pulley. We don't want it to be too pulley. So just see where we're going here. I'm gonna take my left forearm down, my right ankle over the foam roller, and then I'm gonna pull out and bring it in, and then the toes are coming up. My elbow lifted, come back in. Toes are forward, core is active, and then come up and stretch it out. It's really nice. Can you feel it, guys? Try again. Okay, so your left forearm down. You're not sitting on your left heel at the moment. You're not sitting on your left heel, Diane. You're on your left forearm. And now pull, slide your right leg out. Any amount. Toes are forward. Now lift your left elbow and bring the foam roller back. Now your toes are up. And now like you're gonna do a little split with your right leg. Yes. Shift the hips to the right. Yes, and then come back. Left forearm down, toes are forward. Take it back. For some of you, you can bend your right leg and just do it with the bent knee. That feels great too. Explore both, see which one is better for you. With the bent knee feels really nice as well. Breathe like you're doing a frog variation on the foam roller. And then slowly lift your left elbow, turn your toes up. You're doing a little split. Breathe. Shift your hips to the right. To the right, yeah. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up and we change. I did like the variation of the little frog when the toes were forward. It might be a little bit more friendly. Move the foam roller to the other side. Your right forearm on the floor. Left ankle. Test the water and see. Shift your hips to the left. Each side is very different. If you need to bend your knee, bend your knee. And then slowly lift your right elbow as you're coming backwards. Toes are up, and now you're doing a little split. Shift your hips to the left. Open your chest. Breathe here. And then slowly come back up. Toes are turned forward. Right forearm on the floor. For some of you, maybe the knee is over the foam roller, and then you're gonna pull back, or the shin. Each side is very different. Breathe. Scoot your right sit bone towards your foam roller. Your upper body is holding you. And now lift your right elbow, pull your foam roller, toes are up, and then do a little split here. Oh, feels good. Shift your weight towards the foam roller. Yeah. Celia, sip, yes, that's it. Yeah, breathe in there. And then slowly come up. This time we're gonna take the foam roller just under the knee and then bend your knee, then roll out. So eventually the knee is gonna be right above the inner knee. Bend your knee like you're doing a little frog here, pull. You can bend and straighten your leg, you're gonna feel different sensations. Ooh. Bend and straighten. Use your breath to unwind that tension. Slowly come back. Oh. Wow, okay. If you need a block for a pillow, please do so. Otherwise, we're gonna take the foam roller under the left serratus, lats, outer rib here. There's a whole bunch of tissue going on. Before you settle, once you secured the foam roller, you're gonna lift and scoot your hips away from the foam roller. Right hand behind your head, inhale. And then exhale forward. And then backwards. Forward. If you find a place that feels like, whoa, stay there. There's no need to go back and forward. You're trying to find a pressure point that needs attention. Every time you're breathing, you're poking into the foam roller. And start to move in small increments. Okay, when you move slow, you're gonna be able to pick up some other sensations. Good. And as slowly come up, you're gonna take the foam roller right around your bottom leg, the hip on the same side. Shift your body further to the left. And then you can either put a pillow under your head or just rest on your arm. So I'm just around right over the crease of my thigh, give or take. Okay, and then you can take your top leg on top of the foam roller. You can also take it behind you, forward and back. You can also lift your bottom leg, the left leg, bend and straighten. And you may not feel a lot at the moment. That's okay. We're just trying to hydrate that tissue. Press, roll forward and back. Keep the pressure on the foam roller. You can also tick-tock your left leg side to side. With this type of work, sometimes you have to stay to allow your body to figure it out on its own. Not everything has to have immediate feedback, but you already understand the concept of what you're doing here.
You're squeezing that connective tissue to break into the toxins, to hydrate the tissue. Now your option is to come up to your forearms, and then you're gonna roll up and down. Your glutes are active. You can go all the way to the pointy bone of your front hip, okay? The ilio superior, SI superior, S superior anterior iliac spine, okay, right here. So the little bony part, lift and then go down. SAIS, I got it commingled in there, superior anterior iliac spine. Breathe. Rock and roll up and down. You can stay there if you feel a bunch, or you can go down right above your knee, on the left side still. An option here to rest your top leg and just roll forward and back on that bottom leg. You're going to the front of your thigh, to the edge, and towards your IT band. This is a wonderful way to hydrate and reset your tissue. Sometimes the connective tissue and the muscles are out of alignment, and that's going to throw your hips off. So this is a nice way to reorganize. Remember to keep pressure. You can circle your ankles from time to time. If you find a good pressure point, stay there and let it figure itself out. Another option is to cross your ankles. So you're putting a little bit more weight on the foam roller if you feel like you need that. Can you figure out where this is traveling to, if at all? It might give you some answers why you're feeling discomfort in certain places, and maybe there's a connection from this place to that place. Keep the pressure on the foam roller, especially, I think all of you have the soft one. And then slowly come up. The good news and the bad news with this foam roller, the minute you start, you feel like, oh my God, there's so much going on. And it's true, but the good news also is that even a little bit goes a very, very long way. It really, really does. So sometimes I call when we stay a long time, it's a project. When you have the luxury of staying a long time, you're really doing deep work, you're learning the patterns of your body, you're learning how staying longer, only after 5 minutes, your tissue starts to really connect. Most people don't have patience to stay even 1 minute, okay? So they never really get to learn. And then what happens over a period of time, that tissue that doesn't get moved and touched
gets dehydrated and stiff, and then it creates problems. So every little bit helps. We are under the right side, below the armpit. Once you secure that, shift your hips away. Take your left hand behind your head and notice rock and roll slow with pressure. Move your breast out of your way. And notice that this side could totally be so different. Don't be surprised if you'll feel this going down your hips. That gives you good indication that there is a connection. And like I said, if you find a place, don't think about moving forward and back the whole time. Try to make it your own, individualized. Catch yourself breathing shallow breath. One more thing, when you feel a lot and your body wants to run away from it, really acknowledge that your body needs this. So try to work into that in a smart and calm way. Like you tease it, you go back, relax a little, go back again and again until it starts to give you a little bit more tolerance. This is one way to learn also how to rewire your nerve system. Wiggle your hips like you're doing a little hula hoop. That will help to release also some of the tissues of the lats that connect to your hip and to your armpit. And slowly come up. Oh, I could have been there for half an hour. Really, I could. You take in the crease of your thigh over the foam. You can rest on your arm on the block. And then again, you can tick-tock your knee, top knee, forward and back. Each side is very different. You can also lift your bottom leg and then like a little pendulum, you're just moving forward and back with it. Explore.
Notice the placement of your legs. Which one gives you the best feedback? And then slowly take it right above your knee. Top leg can be on top of the foam roller. You can roll over the front and then the outskirting of your IT band. Go slow and put lots of weight on it. Once in a while, you do like a little hula hoop with your hips to release any pull tissue. Wiggle your hips. Okay, and slowly, slowly release it. Oh, that was so good. Take the foam roller right under your low back, not on your glutes, but your lumbar area. Your head is down. Grab the foam roller. Okay, and now just drop your knees to the right and left. We're just resetting the spine here. Press to the right, to the left. Breathing and opening the abdominal muscles as well. So the iliopsoas, the rectus abdominis, the transverse abdominis, and the obliques. So breathe, bulge your belly. And now lift your chest up and scoot your hips down until your glutes are on the floor. Take your hands behind your head. Okay? And now you're doing like a little back bend and then lift. A little back bend. You can open your elbows to the right and to the left. And then some of you can lift your hips, your glutes off the floor, and you can roll up and down on that foam roller. You can open your elbows to the right and left. Feel free to do whatever feels good. You can also do circles with one elbow. And then long strokes over the foam roller towards your low back, towards your shoulders. Slowly come up. Oh my gosh, take it out of there. Take it under your neck. Move your hair out of the way. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. Grab the foam roller and then rock and roll with your nose to the right, to the left. Keep the pressure on the foam. Good. Slowly move the foam roller out of your way. Lay on your back, stretch out your legs. Allow that blood flow and all the fluids through the tissue and the synovial fluid through your joints to hydrate. Being aware of all of those beautiful meridians, those energy channels you were able to activate and open and flush out. And from there, bend your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Massage your low back, sacrum on the floor. Roll over to the side. Take a moment here to breathe. And the most important thing is to reset your mindset, to start your day from a place of calmness. You already did amazing work for yourself. You gave yourself time. So allow your mind to stay as calm as you possibly can. Push the floor and come up to a seat, please. Bring your hands together and take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. I wish you all a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.